We're Bison! We are impacted! We're Bison! We're ready to get up! We want to win! Light the fire of power and make us free! We never break down! We want to win! We are impacted! The best team!
Hello and welcome to the very first Impacted of 2022, coming to you live via the Total Nonstop Impact Network on YouTube and Twitch. I'm your host Bison, and today I am joined by the one and only Joe-ker. Hello, buddy. You all right?
How you doing? I'm good.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you. We've not seen each other properly since before Christmas, so it's fantastic to see your wonderful face. Just a quick note, obviously Steve's not with us today. Unfortunately, Steve has come down with a case of the COVID. So we wish Steve all the best. He is in the background. He just didn't want to come on the screen because he's not feeling at his best, shall we say. So, get well soon, Steve. We're thinking of you. All of our thoughts are with you, bud. And fingers crossed you'll be feeling better soon. So, Joe, how was your Christmas, bud?
It's been hit and miss Christmas, but overall it's been pretty good, yeah.
Good. Did you get anything new, anything fresh? Any prezzies you want to talk about?
No, we got Sami a Christmas jumper. He was pretty unimpressed, but we got him something. So Sammy's sorted.
Fair enough. I don't know if you saw, but Boomer Bison was extremely impressed with her Lion Kid gifts.
I saw that. It's fantastic.
Yeah, she was over the moon with that.
Back on.
I'm sure we will at some point later in the year. We also Son of Bison got a fantastic skateboard, which obviously friend of the show Jake Chris was extremely impressed with. that I got him that we got him a skateboard. He's very impressed with that. So he's vowed if he comes over to the UK to come and visit and show him some moves, which I thought was pretty cool. Now. Yeah, so I mean, a lot's been going on, mate. A lot's been going on over the, over the sort of kind of holiday season. We've been off now. We had our special, and Bison. What did you get, Ted? Oh, actually, I got Ted a nice tinsel hat actually, and he was very impressed with that. And I also got him a Flash Gordon DVD. Which of course he was extremely happy, and a signed picture of Sam himself, or Flash Gordon himself, which he was very impressed with. So he's very happy with that. Some fantastic gifts for all this Christmas. So it's been really good fun. Now, we've had so much going on over the past couple of weeks. I mean, we haven't obviously been on for the last couple of weeks because, we did our Christmas special. We decided we were going to have a break and we were going to smash 2022 in the new year. And that's what we're doing. We're here going to smash it out this week. We've got so much to talk about. It's absolutely insane. We were literally running down just before we came on air, guys, today. And my God, we've got a packed show. So much stuff to talk about. It's insane. So I think without further ado, I think we should get cracking into the news and rumors. What do you think?
Yes, go for it.
Yeah. Get the drum roll. News and rumors. Here we go. So, sad news. Unfortunately, Raju is now a free agent. And I noticed literally Mir mentioned that as soon as he came into the chat. I don't know whether he's gone completely from Impact Wrestling, but at the moment it looks like he's got a little bit more free time. It was also mentioned on socials that Kimberly's also got a little bit more spare time at the moment, and I think when we saw the footage of Sue banishing them and revealing that she has a demon in the oven, brewing away there. I think that was basically whisking the bridesmaids off for a little break until Sue's ready to come back, I think, possibly, and then they can renew the storyline. Who knows? She may come back with her little demon baby in tow. Who knows? And maybe it grows super, super quick because obviously it's a demon child, and it could just turn into like this badass monster wrestler in like 6
It'd be like
months'
something
time.
from Resident Evil, which metamorphosizes into something really quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just turn into like I don't know, Taurus's brother or something, some other Minotaur of some sort. I don't know.
What's going on between you and my daughter?
Exactly. What is going on? It's just insane. We're going off the rails here. Anyway, so I just want to say good luck to Rohit, Kimber, whatever is in your future. I know it's going to be great. Rohit, at the end of the day, you are one of the best things that was on Impact in the last 12 months. And so I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be the last that we see of you in 2022. And either way, wherever you land, they've got themselves a hell of a wrestler on their hands. So good luck, brother. I'm sure something will come of it. Well, got anything to say on this one, Joe? I know you're probably disappointed.
Yeah, it was a huge surprise for me, and Rohit asked everyone to give a shout out to a load of companies that he should sign him. I gave him a crap ton of shout outs. I put OVW to take notice of him. AAW was doing a lot with him already. Now it's time to really, really push him up and really give him that extra spotlight now.
Yeah.
NWA, MLW didn't mention AEW. Couldn't be asked of them. And I don't want him to get the Brian Cage treatment, come and get a big push and then disappear into nowhere.
That's the problem. Mark my words. As soon as those guys' contracts come up, they'll be leaving. All those ones that they hoarded, all those indie darlings that they all hoarded at the beginning, are gradually going to get let go as they start bringing in all of these, WWE, talents that they have been. Let's face it, half of the talent that they brought in aren't doing anything.
Exactly.
So, there's no point in keeping them, really, is it?
No.
But I agree with Hakeem though, and you said I could definitely see him in an NWA. He's that style, he's that promo guy. He can, he could come out and stand at the desk and give a fantastic promo, and then get in the ring and do some proper kick-ass moves. So I don't have any fear that Rohit is going to get plenty of work, and he's going to land on his feet, definitely. So good luck to you, brother. We're all backing you, and we're going to watch you wherever you end up, I think. Am I right?
Definitely. But I'm backing him. NWA is another one that is perfect for him. He does a lot of old school style promos where, like you said, he's in your face, and it'll work perfectly there.
Yeah, I think NWA would be a great fit for Rohit. I just want to share a quick shout out and a quick hello to some of the people that have arrived in the chat. Hello, Mir. Hello, Chris Maycock. Hakeem obviously is in there. I've mentioned Hakeem already. Did I see the beautiful Courtney? Courtney's in there. Bonkers. Violet. Who else we've got in today? Oh, obviously J-Bone's in there. Smash his podcast, I see. Smash that.
Happy New Year, J-Bone.
Yeah, obviously Steve's in the chat. He's sort of kind of saying hello. Now, I've noticed something there. I'm not sure how to say it. Is that Papinka? Papinka? Map Pimsaba. I don't know. I'm struggling with that one. That's a new person there. Great to see you. I've not seen you before, so welcome to the show. Make sure you smash that subscribe so you don't miss any of the great content coming out every week. Zach Bonifer's in the house now, so it's great to see you. Happy New Year to all of you guys in the chat. We've missed you guys over the last couple of weeks, so it's great to see you, man. It's great to see you all. Now, just a quick shout out. Matt Cardona, Chelsea Green got married over the New Year, so a big congratulations to them. What a fantastic way to get married as well. Some great photos. We saw some fantastic Impact wrestlers as well as a few other promotions. Taya Valkyrie was there. Britt Baker was obviously there. Deanna was there. So yeah, lots of lots of wrestlers in there as well. So
John
obviously
Morrison was there. And
Johnny was there, obviously. Yeah, the Miz. That's right. He was part of the groom party, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So So congratulations to those guys. All the best with being married and coming in the future. I'm sure you've got many years of happiness ahead. Then we got The Road to Rebellion has been released with stops over at Florida, Fort Lauderdale. We did mention that before Christmas. New Orleans, Kentucky, Philadelphia, and then eventually Rebellion pay-per-view will be in New York. Very exciting times. Very, very exciting times. I'm loving the fact that they're releasing the first quarter of the year's sort of kind of venues. The tickets are going up. It's all looking good. What are your thoughts on the way they sort of kind of like release this information? I think it's the right way to go. Let's let people know where we're going. What do you think?
It's the best way to go. It gets the hype and all the attention of where can we catch you next. And all the tapings are now like 2 weeks apart from each other. So it's a really, really tight, compressed set of tapings for each event. So that's interesting too. It's going to really, really help with the ratings and help all the nitty gritty that everyone's got criticism over. But for me, it's going to really help.
Good job, Scott. Good job.
Exactly. Good job, Scott. So it's great to see, that they're doing that as well. I think that the reduced, like you say, TV tapings is spot on because that reduces the spoilers, as they say, of getting out there. So that's good news as well. I still think that they should be taping the first night should be they should do a live taping for one of the Thursdays, and then the next two would be, if that makes sense. So you do a live one, then the next two after that are recorded. But that's my thoughts. I mean, I think whatever they're doing at the moment, I think they're doing good. So I'm excited to see how that sort of kind of like pans out. The next thing that we've got Anthem and Access TV to launch New Japan Pro Wrestling shows with older content shown between now and March. When we then get fresh content, I think it's the 10th of March, I believe, something like that.
Yes.
We'll be showing every week directly after Impact Wrestling on Thursdays. So Thursdays is becoming the destination. Access TV Thursday night is the destination for wrestling. You're going to get. It looks like that they've got rid of the BTI, so that looks like it's stopped. So we're not going to be seeing BTI. That's been dropped and then replaced by Impact on 60. So it looks like we're going to get Impact on 60. We'll get Impact Wrestling, and we'll then get New Japan Pro Wrestling after that. Now I'm hoping, and I don't know whether this is going to be true or not, but I'm hoping the fresh content that's going to be starting in March, on March the 10th, will be New Japan Strong, which is obviously the US side. I think that would be awesome if they're going to do that. I really, really do. If that's what they're going to do, that would be great. Maybe they could release other New Japan content as well, later in the week, maybe do a Saturday show or something like that, Saturday night show, like they did previously with the New Japan stuff. So I don't know. What do you think on all of this, Joe? I think it's such a great move.
It's just showing that Impact Wrestling is moving forward as they had planned. They said that 2021, 2022 will be the time when things start to move forward a bit more, and BTI I can see it just going online, which is fine by me. But the deal with New Japan Pro Wrestling, I think, as soon as Chris Bay got invited into the Bullet Club, the ball was dropping for me. This is more than just New Japan Pro Wrestling guys coming over to Impact Wrestling to do something. Then we got Josh Alexander and Moose and Willie Mack going over to New Japan Strong, as well as Chris Bay. And it's been slowly bubbling up and building up a lot better than the relationship between Impact Wrestling and AEW has, where it's all been one-sided. And look who's laughing now, Tony.
No, exactly. I think this is a really, really good, sort of working partnership they've got going on at the moment. Mir, sorry, correction. It's March 3rd for the New Japan stuff. Thank you for correcting me on that. I appreciate that. And I agree, Larry. I enjoyed the BTI, the BTI fights on Impact. On BTI. I thought they were really good. It gave a few people a chance. But then again, it also opens up the possibility. I mean, I don't think they've said that it's gone completely. So, who knows? Maybe BTI will become, say, a YouTube thing, where it moves on to digital media, and then the digital media matches are held on BTI, if that makes sense. So maybe they'll do BTI like on a Wednesday or something, or on a Tuesday, and have a digital media match on that one. Possibly. I don't know.
I could see BTI still being before Impact Wrestling, just online. Following the same format it is now, which is a bit frustrating, but following that format, but then just going on the hour before Impact Wrestling. So as soon as it's done, turn your TV over to Impact Wrestling. There you go.
Yeah. I agree.
Or look at it find it on Fights and watch it live there, and watch it live on wherever you watch it from.
There's every opportunity
for reals.
Exactly, Tyler. Exactly. So things are definitely looking good. So I mean, we've had some big stuff coming through already. Like you say, we've got more coming in with the New Japan Pro Wrestling partnership we got going on at the moment. We're getting the information on when and where we're going to be seeing Impact. Is going 2 weekly for the tapings, and we're getting lots and lots more coming out at the moment. It's also already been released that Hard to Kill is a sellout. So Hard to Kill sold out. How cool is that? I think that's fantastic news. And to be fair, like if it wasn't a sellout, I'd be so surprised when you look at the card. We're going to talk about that later, so I'm not going to go too much into that. The next thing I've got on my list here is rumors are afoot that Mike and Maria Kanellis are signed to Impact and are due to debut soon, possibly at Hard to Kill this weekend. What are your thoughts on the possibility of Mike and Maria coming into Impact, Joe? I think you're a bit of a fan.
Oh God, I could go on for ages about Mike and Maria, but I've already done that for a different project, so I'll keep it really short and sweet this time, guys. Mike and Maria, I'm really, if this is true, and until I see them or until they confirm or Impact confirms it, it's a rumor to me. If this is indeed true, this is going to be fantastic. But the one thing I hope that doesn't happen, we've got Mike Bailey coming in and Masha Slamovich coming in this month as well. So if they come in too soon, they're going to overshadow them too, as well as Lady Frost, who came in last year. So if they come in, that's fantastic, and I'm really pleased to see both them come in. But I don't want to see them come in too soon. And although I think if they are, it's going to be Hard to Kill or the last set of tapings in Texas. That will be when we see them. It's going to be great to see what happens with Moose, and it's going to be great to see where this pushes.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, this is the thing. We all know that Mike Bennett is a friend of Moose. They were together. Him and Maria were together at Ring of Honor previously before Moose came in, etc. When Mike came in, he came in as Moose's friend originally. So you've already got that connection there, which is interesting. And of course, Iceman is mentioned, as long as many other people. There's rumors that more Ring of Honor stars are going to be coming to Impact, including the likes of Kenny King, Matt Tavern, other names being mentioned at the moment. I'd love to see Kenny King come back. I was a big fan of Kenny on his first run. So that would be great. I'm a fan of Matt Tavern, so I'm interested to see that. And of course, Matt is Mike Bennett's tag partner. So this is the interesting thing. Are we going to see Mike, Matt, and Maria come in, for instance, as like Moose's backup? Are we going to see something like that? That I think that could work. I think that could work. Bringing them in at Hard to Kill to sort of kind of back Moose up would be interesting. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, that's an interesting angle. The other option I could think of, because I don't know a huge amount about Mike Bennett from Ring of Honor, would be him come out and be like a short stepping stone to reignite the rivalry he had with Moose. while Matt Cardona and Debbie Morrissey finish each other off, and Josh Alexander gets built up back up to the world title. So it'd be a good, welcome back to Impact Wrestling. Mike Bennett to get his ass kicked by Moose. We all know Maria's probably not going to wrestle much, so the most she'll be doing will be stuff with Mike Bennett in mixed tag team matches with Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green and Diana Perrazzo and Matthew Raywald. But Maria was all about promotion rather than wrestling, and she divided the whole fan base and who loves her and who hates her, and who loves to love her and who loves to hate her just by words and actions outside the ring.
Yeah, I mean, she's very Marmite, isn't she? Yeah. Like I say, you either love her or you hate her. I personally find her voice extremely annoying. But I am a bit of a fan of Mike Bennett's in-ring work. I think he's a great in-ring worker. And I think if Mike was allowed to sort of kind of get on and do his thing, I think he would shine outside of the ring as well. As he's been showing, he's been teaming up with Matt Taven. That's all been working out well. Maria at Ring of Honor has been doing a lot more stuff kind of behind the scenes as opposed to being the on-ring character. So it could be interesting to see. Could be interesting to see where it sort of kind of all pans out with that. Now, the other thing I've noticed is Impact have been proper pushing Terminus. Now, it's starting to gain some traction. John Gresham will be facing Josh Alexander for the original Ring of Honor title under pure rules. Plus, on the show, you're going to get Jordan Grace will be facing Kira Hogan for the Impact DMC title. And I believe Moose is going to be on the show as well. So we've got some Impact talent being pushed on the Terminus show, which is not this weekend, but next weekend. So it's available on Fight if you're in the UK and obviously not able to get to the show. So make sure you go and check that out. It's definitely worth a go. I've certainly looking into getting that. I'd like to see the show. Whether I'll be able to watch it live, I don't know. I'm a bit busy that weekend, but it could be worth just sort of kind of catching the rerun. I'm certainly interested to see the outcome on that one. I think the marketing's been pretty good for it, and I believe it's been selling really, really well. So I'm looking forward to seeing Terminus. Now, the other thing is, now this is exclusive. We've got the exclusive Josh Matthews, the GOAT himself, Micro Brawler, sells out in a day. 300 were sold in one day. How cool is that? They were limited edition. They were exclusive GOAT Micro Brawlers. I know that the legendary William Gardner made sure that he got his order in. So who knows? We could see Josh Matthews turn up on TNI at some point in the future. Yeah. So, make sure that you check out the Thursday night review. Who knows? The GOAT may appear.
Oh, baby!
Exactly, Heath. You're right. Oh, baby. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. And Larry, you could be right. But what I do know is that William definitely bought one. So he's definitely sold at least one. So he might only have 299 in his garage. Who knows? I love that. Zach's like Bill bought 50 for his favorite of all time. Who knows? For me, I think it's fantastic. I almost bought one myself, to be honest, to put on the back here. So, but I didn't get round to it in the end. They were all sold by the time I got round to trying to get one. So yeah, awesome. So it's going well. I think it's going well. Now, ticket sales for all the current release shows appear to be selling well. So that's a good sign. I know that, I don't think they're going to fill some of these massive venues just with the TV tapings. I know that obviously you've got Hard to Kill. I know they were struggling a little bit to fill the venue again the following day. But who knows? I still think they'll have a pretty damn decent turnout for both days. Obviously, Hard to Kill is going to be a sellout as a pay-per-view special event. But I think it's good to see that the tickets are selling pretty well. What are your thoughts on this, Joe? I mean, I think it just goes to show that people want to watch Impact Wrestling live, right?
Yeah, you've said pretty much all I can really think of saying repeating myself, but the ticket sales are hard to kill. It just shows that Impact Wrestling's not dead. People keep saying, "Oh, Impact Wrestling's not going to last. It's going to go." It's 20 years this year since Impact Wrestling had first come up. So, and look who's still standing.
I mean, to be fair, I think sort of TNA Impact are the second longest running promotion in the US now, aren't they? So you've got because obviously Ring of Honor have now ceased. Sadly. So Impact are going into 20, and then obviously, sadly, what else? I mean, MLW hasn't been going that long.
No, WCW.
Well, WCW didn't go that long. So I'm pretty sure. WWE
brought out all the other major competition. NWA had to get revived as well, so it's come back. It's not still the same company it was when it was originally started.
Yeah. No, exactly. So I think it's going well. And just because BTI has disappeared doesn't mean to say that something else won't be coming along to replace it. But it's all looking. I think it's all looking good. Another good sign is that Impact are clearly upping the marketing and advertising. Adverts have been seen on VH1. Plus, meet and greets have been upped. Merchandise is coming in now, thick and fast. We're getting more and more stuff. We've seen Eddie Edwards' new T-shirt released this week, which is great to see. Plus, apparently, they've got themselves a new social media team as well. So we're looking forward to seeing how that sort of kind of pans out in the coming weeks and months of 2022.
Can you hear that? No? Let me turn it up for you.
Exactly, brother. So that's a good one. I like that one. Steve's been busy on the sound bites again. But anyway, and also we've had the sponsors starting to come in as well. So we've got Serious Pizza in Dallas, who's now sponsoring the event, and of course the movie The Freefall. Now I know that that's got something to do with Anthem with regards to the company they bought recently, which is great. But still, it's great to see. It's a great way of marketing the movie. It's a great way of showing sponsorship for Impact. I think it's great. So it's good to see. This sort of stuff is improving all the time. Violet, I believe it did, but didn't MLW stop for a little while and then come back again? I'm not quite sure on that one. I might have to go and check it out. And also, they haven't been on national TV the whole time either, whereas Impact pretty much has. So it's things are looking pretty good. Things are looking pretty good for Impact leading into 2022. I'm very excited to see where it all goes. Now, one other thing we wanted to talk about, and I know this is very dear to your heart, Joe, but we do have a bit of a Sami Callahan injury update via Busted Open Radio. I'm going to let you talk about this, Joe. How's this all panning out?
Sami gave an interview to Busted Open Radio on December 30th. He's had the screws in his ankle now removed, and he's undergoing physiotherapy to get himself back into shape and finally start walk independently again. And while he's not given an exact date of when he's going to be back, or he says he aims to be back before the end of August. And he made his intention loud and clear, if you've not been following on the social media, that as soon as he comes back, there's going to be hell to pay, and Moose had better watch his fucking back.
Yeah, he was not mincing his words, was he?
No. It's incredible.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
No, exactly. I don't. But yeah, so it's all panning out. You're right, Larry. I really hope his foot doesn't fall off now he's had the screws removed. You're right. But no, it's a good sign. He's now starting to obviously rehab, starting to walk on it a bit, and starting to get everything moving again. He mentioned in the interview that he's been working really hard on his weight. Obviously getting his upper body back up to strength, which is great. I always felt that it's sort of kind of his physique in the latter part of his run before he got injured was starting to get a little bit less muscular, shall we say. So certainly from when, his time in WWE and when he returned, when he came into Impact at the beginning of his run, he was certainly a lot more muscular than he was currently. So it would be good to see him come back with a nice toned upper body to go with his extremely badass attitude. I think that would be great. I also had a thought, wouldn't it be good if when he came back, he brought Jake Chris with him?
Oh, I would love that. I would love that, even if it's just for a short while, to see Jake Chris and Sami Callahan come back as a unit, and then just decimate Moose and W Morrissey, and even go for Eddie Edwards just for the sake of it. for all
I think
time's
it'd be
sake.
amazing. I mean, there's got to be a couple of other badass wrestlers on the Wrestling Revolver roster. You could have Sami turn up with Jake Chris, as we all know, and then a couple of others, exactly, yeah.
You could even bring Andrew Everett back in. If you wanted to,
there's several badass wrestlers that could be brought in with Sami, behind Sami, giving him some backup. I think it'd be really good. But yeah, I mean, really, really good, really, really good. And Courtney is the fucking best. She is the greatest. Anyway, so there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on at the moment. It's great to see Sami's on the mend. I mean, he's saying that he wants to come back before August. That would be pretty awesome. I think maybe he's suggesting if he can come back before August, maybe we're talking Slammiversary in July, possibly. Maybe that's the aim. Try and get back for Slammiversary. That would be pretty cool. So it's all exciting stuff, and so much things have been going on. Just crazy stuff. And I love Sami's tweets that are literally just fuck you Moose. Like constant fuck you Mooses every day. There's a fuck you Moose. I love it.
He puts the Iron Sheik to shame.
Oh mate, there's no messing about, is there? Hello Keith, hello Paul Nelson. Notice Terrence has also popped in. We've got Larry in the house. Great to see you guys. We really appreciate all your support. Thank you for joining us today. It is our first episode of 2022, so we're quite excited on where we're going to go in 2022. It's going to be great. Now, something else that came out obviously towards the end, you got the Impact year-end awards of 2021. I thought we'd just have a very sort of rundown, a brief chat, our thoughts on it. So, the first one, men's match of the year. Obviously, Josh Alexander versus TJP, the 60-man Iron Man match. Started on BTI, ended on Impact. Was there any other match that was going to win that, Joe?
Very, very hard to call. Outside of that match, it was very, very hard to pick one. I've said from as soon as that match had ended that nothing's going to beat this match. As great as the rest of the events have been, it's going to be just almost impossible to beat it. So just kudos to Josh Alexander and TJP, and kudos to Scott for setting it up.
This match.
Damn right.
Damn right. It was a great match. That was a great matchup. Thanks for your input, Terrence. We really appreciate it. I totally disagree with you, but there you go. Impact Wrestler of the Year, Josh Alexander. Again, was that going to be anybody else?
Oh, I don't know.
I just can't imagine. I cannot imagine it being anybody other than Josh. He's had an amazing year. Absolutely amazing year. It really is. And I think you're right, Violet. They're focusing on touring now. I don't necessarily believe Wrestle Week has to happen. We've had it a couple of times. It's worked fairly well, but it's not the end of the world if we don't get the Good Brothers and their badass movie. It's not the end of the world, is it? But there you go. We then got Knockouts Tag Team of the Year. Now, this is the controversial one.
Yeah.
It turned out to be...
Stick a carrot in me and call me Frosty.
Yeah, exactly. You've got Grace and Ellering winning this one. Now, I find this one strange. Not that I don't like Jordan Grace and Rachel. I think they're fantastic. I just find this a real strange pick. I cannot believe that the Impact faithful that voted on all of these, because apparently these are all voted on by the fans. I cannot believe that they didn't pick Fire and Flavor or Decay over Rachel and Jordan. I find this one I find gobsmacking. I don't know. I'm interested to hear what you guys think on this in the chat.
Yeah, something doesn't sit right, but delving too deep into it. Rosemary and Havoc would have got it or for me, if Fire and Flavor were completely written off, like they seem to have been by the fans. Fire and Flavor or Decay, it's just so hard to choose between the two of them over Rachel Ellering and Jordan Grace.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's really, really interesting. And Terrence, nobody says it's all sunshine and lollipops. So maybe get the lollipop stick out your backside. So, yeah, everyone I spoke to voted for Fire and Flavor. Everyone. So I find this really weird. Really weird. But, at the end of the day, I don't know. This is a weird one for me. Because the other thing is as well, is most of the Grace and Ellering stuff happened at the beginning of the year, right? Most of that stuff happened at the beginning. So I can't even say, maybe, people were, because obviously, Fire and Flavor was all more at the beginning of the year. People sort of kind of, put some of the stuff that they did to the back of their mind and was more based on what's coming now. They have not really done anything. No. So that's what I find really, really odd. But, congratulations. If that's what the Impact faithful chose, that's what the Impact faithful chose.
You've stepped over the line now. You've taken it too far.
We then move on to the knockout of the year, and you got Diana Perazzo winning that one. I couldn't see that going to anybody else, to be honest. The woman has had 2 immense years for Impact Wrestling, right?
Oh, outstanding. She's been incredible since she's come in. There's no
I am the fucking greatest.
Exactly, she fucking is. But great year for her. That's knockout of the year 2 years in a row. Knockouts match of the year again. Deanna versus Mickey at BFG. Again, I'm not 100% convinced on that one. It was a great match. I'm not taking nothing away from it, but I'm not 100% convinced that was the best knockout match of the year. I think there was a couple of other ones that were pretty badass too. They should have. There was a couple that weren't even on the list, which I was really shocked about. So maybe it probably was the best match out of the ones that they put up, possibly.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Deanna and Mickey, BFG. To be honest with you, I thought that their horse, or I don't know what you want to call it. Was it a barnyard brawl? I thought
there was a stable stampede.
That's it. I think the stable stampede was better, but there you go. And then we've got the men's tag team of the year, ended up being the Good Brothers. To be fair to the Good Brothers, and I think this does show that the Good Brothers have got a lot of fans, right? Yeah. Because there's a lot of people that don't rate the Good Brothers, but they bring so much to the table in many other ways. To be fair, they're probably the main tag team of the year the last 2 years, in fairness, because they are a tag team, and that is what they are. It's not like Rich Swann and Willie Mack sort of kind of come together, have a couple of tag matches, and then they go off and have single runs. It's sort of, they're not, I think they're probably other than, say, Finjuice, who you could say aren't a true Impact tag team because they are signed to New Japan, aren't they? It's interesting. It is interesting. You could probably say that the Good Brothers are the only ones that could have won it, right?
The Good Brothers, or some Violent by Design, if you just pick the whole stable, or Crazy Steve and Black Taurus. would have been the more viable choices because they've been together the longest throughout the year. Would have been. I was torn between all three of them or Finjuice because they are technically signed to Impact Wrestling.
Who are Finjuice?
Yeah, they are technically on contract with Impact Wrestling.
Are they?
In some sort of technicality way, they are with Impact
I guess.
Wrestling.
Well, they're on the page, I guess.
If
I don't know.
If they're in the Illuminati and all that sort of thing, then they're on the company.
Fair enough. So I'm not sure what you're referring to, Keith.
Damn!
Oh,
I can't remember.
Damn, Bison. I don't know what you're referring to. So it's interesting. So yeah, I think you're right, Sting. I think both David Finlay and Juice Robinson are supposed to be free agents as of February, I believe. So it will be interesting to see, or at least Juice is definitely a free agent. I don't know about Dave Finlay, but Juice definitely is a free agent the early part of this year. So it will be great to see what Juice does, because I have a feeling he's going to sign with Impact Wrestling, which would be fantastic. And of course, who is Juice Robinson's girlfriend or wife or whatever? Better significant other, shall we say. I'm sure someone will let us know in the chat, but I do believe a recently released WWE Knockout possibly is his other half. Am I right or wrong? Is it Tony Storm, I believe?
Oh, yes.
I believe so. So maybe someone in the chat can give me the thumbs up on that one or the thumbs down. I could be right. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. Oh, there you go. Let's see. Total Nonstop Impact. And I'm assuming that is Steve in the background there confirming that Tony Storm is, in fact, engaged to Juice Robinson. There you go. So maybe there's method to the madness there, because I believe Tony asked for a release as well and was granted a release. So maybe there's something in the works. Who knows on that one? So that's our year-end awards. Whether you agree with them or not, that's who they are. And congratulations to all the award winners in 2021. Fantastic. Now, what we've all been waiting for: Hard to Kill, match preview, and predictions. Let's go for it, shall we? Let's go for it. So I'm actually, do you know what? I'm going to get my notepad and pen out. I've got my Mandalorian notepad out, and I'm going to write this down, because we're going to do some predictions, aren't we, mate? Today we're going to do some predictions. We're going to see who is going to end up with the bragging rights come next Wednesday, right? So I'm going to put it in. So
it's on, guys.
Match. And Steve, if you're listening, buddy, put your answer in the chat. What you think is going to, who you think is going to win each match. All right, that'd be really cool. Right. So Hard to Kill, H2K predictions.
Sounds better than HBK, I must admit.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. So the first match I want to talk about, or the first match which is billed, is the X Division Championship. X Division Champ. And that is Trey Miguel versus Steve Macklin. Now, this is obviously a match that's been on the cards for a while. We knew that this was going to happen. We needed to see Macklin go one-on-one. And we need, at the moment, as we all know, Steve Macklin is completely unpinned. So he's got all the way to Hard to Kill, not being pinned once. He's lost some matches because it's been multi-man matches, but he hasn't been pinned by anybody. He hasn't been pinned by Trey Miguel. What are your thoughts on this one, and who do you think is going to win?
This is the best way to set up a potential loss for Steve Macklin. Any one-on-one match he's lost has been through disqualification. So, and he's like done like what EC3 has said. I've lost a match, yes, but I've not been pinned. I've not been submitted. Nobody can actually beat me yet. And the way that he kidnapped Trey Miguel and tied him up and basically threatened him into giving him a match for the kill was. Yeah. Right, he threatened him just to piss him off, and then Trey Miguel just went one step further and nearly knocked Scott D'Amore out if he didn't give him a match.
Yeah.
So I think they built the story up and carried it forward brilliantly, and Trey Miguel's my pick to win, but I think Steve Macklin is really going to put Trey Miguel through hell. And if this does indeed open the night, which I too actually have predicted is probably going to be the match that opens the night, it's going to be one hell of a way to kick off the night. And
if it's an opener, it's going to be amazing.
If it's an opener, then even the Knockouts Ultimate X match is going to have to try and beat this, and that's going to be huge.
I think it is too. So you're going to go with Trey to retain, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too soon to see the X Division title go, and Trey Miguel.
Macklin's going to get his first pin, right? He's going to get pinned.
Yes, I don't think he's going to submit. I think he's going to get pinned.
And that's going to really give Macklin it'll really give Trey a boost if he's the first person to pin Macklin as well. I think that'd be great. Really do.
Yeah.
So Steve, what are you going with? A Macklin win.
Ooh.
Interesting. So Steve's gone with Macklin. I'll just put an M. There you go. Right. So remember, Steve, I'm writing all this shit down. Right. So when we talk about it next week and I come out on top and brag the bragging rights over all of you, right? That's the way it's done.
Oh, collectively. I thought you meant just from this match.
I'm going to have the bragging rights on all of it. But anyway. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Steve. I get what you're saying. Definitely, there's definitely a potential for a bigger story here if it goes to Macklin. You're right, but who knows? I just think also there's a possibility of really giving Trey a good run. He deserves it. I think he deserves it. Okay, now we then move on. And the next match build is the Ring of Honor World Championship match, which is John Gresham, which I'm so excited about. John Gresham on Impact Wrestling. How cool is that? Versus the legendary, the god of pro wrestling, the god of Impact Wrestling, the GOAT himself, Chris Sabin.
This is the good stuff.
You're telling me, Steve. You're telling me. I think this is going to be a fantastic match, regardless of the outcome. It's definitely, for me, it's definitely going to end up with obviously a John Gresham win on this one. What about you, Joe? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I would love to see Chris Sabin win this. I think it's going to go to John Gresham. I'm not sure what the future is of Ring of Honor. Are they going to keep him on? Because I know that their plan is to reset the entire roster. So, but if Chris Sabin wins the Ring of Honor World Championship, then are they going to bring him in just to lose it to somebody in a couple of months of returning? But Chris Sabin's deserved this match for a couple of years. He did win the Ring of Honor World title match, but he couldn't take it because he injured his leg and then got released and went to Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, there is a story there. Yeah.
So it's nice to see it all come together this way, and at least Chris Sabin's going to give Ring of Honor a good send-off.
Okay, I'm going to say this now. To be fair, isn't the match set for the following week John Gresham versus Josh Alexander for the Ring of Honor World title? Pure rules. I think there's your giveaway.
Yeah.
I think that's your giveaway right there.
Keeping it kayfabe, Daddy.
But yeah, no, I definitely think Gresham's going to win this one. I'm looking forward to this match massively. I'm a big Gresham fan. I want to see Gresham more on Impact Wrestling. I hope that comes to fruition over the set of tapings as well. I think that'd be really cool. Okay, we then move on and we've got the Knockouts World Tag Team Championship, the Inspiration versus the Influence. Now, this is an interesting one. I'm going to say this now. I'm definitely going with the Inspiration to win, but I think it's going to be because Tenille the worst Dashwood is going to turn on Madison and the Influence and help the Influence win. Right? I'm going to say that now. So that's my thoughts on this one. What about you, Steve? What about you, Joe?
Yeah, I think the Inspiration have got this match won. We had Decay lose the titles too quickly, and it would be a shame to see the Inspiration lose its in pretty much the same space as time Decay had the tab of titles, and Tenille Dashwood going towards them. You could see hints of that as soon as she met them and they reunited, you can see that there's a lot of chemistry that they could build on more than with Tennille Dashwood and Madison Rayne. And that 2021 for Tennille Dashwood has been absolutely amazing. She's completely blown her character up a hell of a lot better than I expected to. And I didn't expect to be so impressed with her. And but how this match goes,
whatever you say,
whatever happens, Tennille Dashwood's going to end up breaking from Madison Rayne either during this match or after this match, and we are going to see the Inspiration become a trio.
Okay,
and of course with Caleb with the K in the background with the camera. Can't forget him.
So who are we going for the win though?
The Inspiration.
I think so. I think you're right. Okay, we're doing well here. Me and you, Joe, are pretty much agreeing across the board at the moment. It's only Steve's thrown a spanner in the works there with Macklin. But we're doing good. We're doing good. Let's move on. I think either way, I think it's gonna. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be really good. I wonder whether we'll get some fancy, entrance from the Inspiration again, and maybe we'll get something fancy from the Influence this time. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see where that one goes. We then move on, and I'm certainly looking forward to this one. We're then moving on to the hardcore war, and that is VBD and the Good Brothers versus Heath and Rhino, Eddie Edwards, and Swan and Mac. I think it's going to be a cracking match regardless. I'm going to go with VBD and the Good Brothers on this one. This is the one where I'm not 100% sure on. I'm going to go with VBD and the Good Brothers. What about you? What are your thoughts?
We touched on this on our last episode. The only disappointment I have with this match is that the Good Brothers aren't defending their tag titles again. So that gripe out of the window now before anybody else decides to comment on that. This is going to be incredible. This match on paper, this match is possibly match of the night worthy, and I hope it could even build to Eric Young and Eddie Edwards fighting with each other again, seeing as Eric Young's now 100%. But I think the Good Brothers and Violent by Design have got this one because Rich Swann and Willie Mack still are the number one contenders for the tag team titles. So it won't take anything away from Swan and Mac, regardless of if they get pinned. But it gives the Good Brothers more momentum going forward. So it just makes that match a bit more important as well when they eventually get their title shot. And of course, it builds on Violent by Design and Heath and Rhino and where everything's going to go from there. So the match is going to be brutal.
Yeah, definitely. And no, you're right. It does depend. I'm not sure what's going on with regards to Rich Swann at the moment. They haven't said anything though. So, maybe if he isn't fit, maybe they will replace him with a surprise, possibly. Who knows? Maybe that's what will happen. But either way, I still think VBD are going to win. So you're going to go VBD as well?
Yeah.
Joe? Yeah.
Yeah, I am. By design, obviously.
So look at that. All three of us agree on that one because Steve went with that as well. So either way, like I said, I'm looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be a good match. Now, then build, we've got the first ever Knockouts Ultimate X #1 contender match. Now featuring Lady Frost, Rachel Ellering, Jordan Grace, the incredible Tasha Steelz, Chelsea Green, and of course, the Hive Queen herself, Rosemary. Now, this is a difficult one, okay? However, I think it's Tasha Steelz' time. So I'm going with Tasha Steelz to win this one. I think it's going to be an amazing match. If it wasn't Tasha, it would possibly be Jordan Grace, I think. But other than that, I think this is going to be an absolute cracker of a match. And like I said, I'm going for Tasha Steelz. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, as much as I'd love to say Rosemary's got this and that's done and dusted, Tasha Steelz is the one I saw winning this and becoming the next #1 contender for the Knockouts Championship earlier last year. So Tasha Steelz has got this one for me. I'm still bitterly disappointed that Alicia Edwards wasn't included in this match because they were building something to really set her into this match, and it just seemed to fold away. But the match it's a fantastic match. It's going to be amazing to just sit back and enjoy, take this in. I'm just looking forward to seeing what everyone can do and who can really outperform the other in this match. It's going to be really good, especially with Lady Frost in there. And it's what a great way to welcome her to Impact Wrestling fully.
Yeah, I mean, this is a history-making match.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
the
nearly
thing.
break your back. Welcome to Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So Steve is going with Tasha. However, I can see Chelsea winning it as an outside guest. But who are you going with, Tasha or Chelsea, Steve? One or the other, mate. Can't have both.
He's going for Tasha Steele, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
Are you going with Tasha as well?
Yeah, yeah. I'd love to say Rosemary's got this, but I think there's something brilliant with the tag division with Rosemary Havoc still.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I'm definitely going to go with Tasha Steele. So you're going with Tasha. Okay. Let's go with Tasha Steele on that. So all three of us are going with Tasha Steele for the win on the KO Ultimate X match. Could be interesting. Now, the next build match, which I'm definitely looking forward to, is the grudge match between Josh Alexander versus Jonah. Now, I think Jonah doesn't know what the hell is coming for him, because I think this is going to be a hell of a match. He's not going to find Josh Alexander too easy to take down when he's facing him, one-on-one, facing him, face to face. So it's going to be interesting to see where this one goes out. I think Josh Alexander for the win, unless we're going to get more from Jonah in the coming weeks. I certainly think that it's going to be Josh Alexander to win this one. What do you think?
This is such a tough one to call, because Jonah is apparently going to be sticking around for a couple more weeks. So are they going to just kill all his momentum off straight away? But then they want to build Josh Alexander up through. Oh God! As much, I'm going to go for Jonah.
Okay.
Deep down, I think Josh Alexander has got this, but I'm going to go for Jonah just to mix up the decision making a bit more.
Okay.
And win or lose, this does also feed into Josh Alexander is still overcoming huge obstacles. If he loses to Jonah now, he's going to face him again before Jonah leaves and send him on his way. So it's going to be good, but this match is going to be really, really technical. These two guys are some of the best grapplers you're going to see for a long time.
Okay. I'm down with that. So we've got me. I'm going for Josh, as I always would, because Josh is my man. And
my ankle's breaking already. Don't worry.
Exactly. And we've got Joe. You're going with Jonah, and Steve was going with Jonah as well. So there we go. That's you two against me on this one. Who knows?
We will never be friends.
Of course. Yeah, definitely. That's an interesting one. Now, Larry Bango there is 999 is saying that he thinks Josh is going to lose through interference from the Bullet Club, who he thinks Jonah is joining. That's an interesting one. That would be interesting.
It wouldn't. It's not hard to kill without guys like Ace Austin and Chris Bay on. So something's got to happen. If outside interference is going to come, it's going to come from one of those two, as well as we've got the potential of Mike Bennett or Masha Slamovich coming in as well.
Yeah, but again, I think Masha's making her debut tomorrow night, isn't she? She's making her debut tomorrow night. So again, that doesn't mean say we won't see her at Hard Scale. I think we probably will at some point. Maybe, like you say, at the end of the Knockouts match, possibly. We might see her come out just to say, look, I'm here. And I'm coming for whoever wins, kind of thing. Or will she interfere? I don't know. What I do know is I think that this match is going to be a hell of a match. Josh versus Jonah is going to be a hell of a match. I'm looking forward to that. We then have The next one, which is also going to be a hell of a match, we've also got the Texas Death Match for the Knockouts World Championship. That is obviously Mickie James, the holder, versus
Hardcore country.
da 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 da. Yeah, baby.
Been waiting for
we're
that
gonna
for a
get
very long
Mickie.
time, Bison.
I have. I can't help it. So we got Deonna Purrazzo in this one. Do we think Deonna is going to retain here, or do we think? Do we think Deanna's going to, become a third time Knockouts champion? Do we think Mickey's going to retain? What are your thoughts? I'm going to go with Deonna on this one.
I'm going to go with Deonna Purrazzo as well. I think Deonna Purrazzo versus Tasha Steelz. It's going to be a bit more competitive. Mickie James is there really. She's been there to help push NWA forward a bit more, and it's always good to see it. The legends don't stick around for too long. And
Yeah,
Mickie James put on a hell of a match at Bound for Glory, and this would just be a great way just to send her off for a little while. So no saying she's not going to be back. And
well, what I find interesting on this one though is that we've already got the setup for Deonna putting her, her belts on the line or her belt on the line. Winner takes all with Roxy.
Yeah.
So they've already set that up. So if Deonna doesn't win, then that match kind of doesn't make as much sense as it did before, because she's then, I don't know. Either way, I think Roxy's heading to WWE, and if that's the case, then she's got to drop the Ring of Honor title. So I think Deonna Purrazzo is going to end up the Ring of Honor champion, as well as the Impact, as well as the Round of the Reigns champion as well. She's going to be the 3-belt machine female. That's my thoughts. So it looks like Steve's going for DP as well. So that's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good match. I'm hoping to see plenty of stirrups. We need to see
horseshoes,
10-barrel hats getting involved in this one.
Cowbells.
Horseshoes, cowbells, bull ropes. I mean, it's all going to be involved in this one. It's going to be great. But yeah, no, this is going to be good. And that's an interesting point, Larry. You think Mickie James is going to remain the champion until she goes into Hall of Fame next year? I don't think she's ready to go into the Hall of Fame yet. I do.
She's Hall of Fame worthy, but I think she'll do like what James Storm did and probably turn down the offer and leave it for a bit longer.
Yeah, I don't think she's ready for that yet. I don't think she's ready for it yet. Not because she doesn't deserve it, but just because she can still go to the highest level. So it seems, you need to be getting close to retirement at least before you start getting into Hall of Fames, in my opinion. That's just my thought process on that. Now, Mir's asking me to repeat what I just said about Roxy. I think Roxy is going to the WWE. And if that's the case, then the match that's being set up with Deonna, is for her to drop the Ring of Honor title to Deonna. And then Deonna becomes the belt collector. That's my thoughts. It's just, I don't know. It's not gospel. That's just what I think. So we'll see. But we'll have to see. Be interesting to see if that happens. I would prefer to see Roxy turn up on Impact Wrestling and sign with Impact. I think that'd be awesome. But I just think that she's so good that the WWE is going to make a big offer and she's going to find it hard to refuse. But there you go. So then we've got the final match of the night, the Impact World Championship. Moose versus Matt Cardona versus W. Morrissey. Now, I think Moose is going to retain. I think he will be pinning Matt Cardona, which is then going to set something up with W. Morrissey one-on-one. That's my thoughts on that. So I'm going to go Moose to retain. What about you, Joe?
Moose to retain. And like you said, I think Matt Cardona is going to eat the pin. So we still get that one-on-one between W. Morrissey and Moose down the line. Because it's been building up to this for a very long time to just get these two finally together and knock the shit out of each other one-on-one. And they've been holding it off brilliantly ever since the whole story with the rivalry with Josh Alexander had begun. They've been holding off W. Morrissey and Moose really, really going at each other.
They have.
It's been brilliant how they've and it's helped build Morrissey's character up even more by doing it. And it's just going to be really and this match is going to be match of the night for me on paper of that or the Ultimate X, and it could even be match of the year. This is going to be really unpredictable, this match.
I think it's going to be a great match. You've got three incredible talents in the main event.
Yeah.
This is bound to be a banger. It's bound to be a banger. Steve, what do you think, buddy? Let us know in the chat. So I'm going Moose, you're going Moose, Steve's going Moose.
Moose.
Interesting. Yeah, and he thinks that Cardona's going to eat the pin as well. So basically we've got three mooses. So we got 3 wins on the Moose. A lot of people are saying that. Yes, sorry, Courtney. It's just my opinion. I don't know that for sure. But I know that WWE are very interested and let's face the facts. If WWE are coming in for you, they're going to make a big offer. It's very difficult to turn that down, isn't it? They are the top promotion in the world. So even if she was only there for a year, it's on the resume, right?
Well, they'll get there to WrestleMania and then be gone.
No, well, regardless, at the end of the day, if she does, I can see it. I can just see that happening. But to be fair,
more budget cuts.
Yeah, you never know. That
son of a bitch.
I just hope she signs. She doesn't do it. She signs to become a knockout. I think that would be awesome because she could have an amazing career with Impact Wrestling, like main eventing and all sorts. Whether she would be able to do that in WWE, I don't know. But let's just say now. Let's also talk. So that's our predictions done, guys. That's our predictions done. We'll see how we've done on Wednesday when we sort of kind of like do the review. But let's talk about possible debuts and surprises. Who, if any, do you see turning up, and in what capacity at Hard to Kill?
Okay, I see Masha Slamovich coming in after Deanna Praz's match. If she's gonna interfere, or just come up there to make a statement that I'm next to whoever's the victor. And I think I see Mike Bennett coming in either for especially I see Mike Bennett and Maria coming in for Moose's match. To like I said earlier, I want to see Mike Bennett and Moose fight again. Just for the old school vibe, but the throwback to when I started watching Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
That would be a bit of nostalgia for me. That's how young I am in the world of Impact Wrestling. And
okay.
or
who
like
else?
Said,
who else?
So those are the only two big interferences and debuts that I can see coming. I think we're going to see Matt Bailey later on in the month, and any other talent outside from Ring of Honor or anywhere else I couldn't name off the top of my head.
Okay. So I've got two or three thoughts. So I think there could be a possible run-in type debut from somebody. Not sure who. Some kind of Ring of Honor, star.
Steve's got a good one there.
This is something that I was going to hit into. Big Swole would be interesting. There is a possible. You've got the possibility of maybe Johnny and Taya turning up. I don't think Johnny can. Taya could. I think Johnny's still in his 90-day, but Taya could possibly turn up. Big Swole would be a good one, turning up to join the Knockouts division. That would be really cool. But I think Mike and Maria Kanellis with Matt Taven to back up Moose is a given. Or, because I've seen EC3 leaving comments about Moose with regards to Hard to Kill, is there a possibility that the Control Your Narrative group turn up to back up Moose in that main event as well?
I could see them coming to back up Morrissey. I thought. I imagine Adam Shear and EC3 with W Morrissey. Just that they'd be more dangerous than Violent by Design. That would be incredible.
Yeah, there is that possibility as well, I guess. Maybe, but I don't know. I've just been seeing EC3 making a few little comments here and there.
I saw one this morning with when Moose is going on about how great he is and everything. And EC3, I saw that this morning, and then I saw Sami Callahan capitalizing on it as well. So
fuck you, Moose. Fuck you. He doesn't.
This place rules. Hell yeah! So good.
Fuck you, Moose. Every time. I love it. Every day there's a fuck you, Moose tweet. I love it. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm just excited to see where any of these sort of kind of like potential, new signings come into the fray. Of course, we've also got Speedball Mike Bailey to talk about as well. Is he going to turn up at Hard to Kill? Is he going to turn up tomorrow night? That's something we could talk about in a second. But I certainly believe there's going to be a debut. There's definitely going to be a few surprises at Hard to Kill on top of the incredible card that we've just talked about. I mean, what a card. And again, there's still no Ace Austin. There's still no Chris Bay, Hikuleo, Finn Juice. They're not even on the card. And the card is absolutely banging. So, yeah, what an incredible pay-per-view this is going to be. I'm very excited. I cannot wait to get up for this one. I'm looking forward to it. So, Joe, let's talk about Impact Wrestling tomorrow night. Go-home show to Hard to Kill. We've got 3 matches currently advertised. We also know that apparently Masha Slamovich is supposed to be turning up as well. So there's something going on there possibly. But what we've got advertised is a 6-way tag match between Tasha Steelz, Lady Frost, Chelsea Green versus Jordan Grace, Rachel Ellen, and Rosemary. Of course, Tasha's going to have Savannah Evans in her corner. Obviously, Rosemary's going to have Havoc in their corner. This is obviously a prelude to the Ultimate X match that we're going to see, the Knockouts Ultimate X match. Obviously, all 6 competitors are in this one as well. What are your thoughts on this?
I said to Lady Frost when I saw this card advertised, it's good to see her not on the side with any undead people this time, and she laughed. It's going to be good to see all 6 of them. Just see, we can see the tension building between them. We can see what the atmosphere is, and we can see what we are hoping to expect to see from everybody when they all go head to head. It's going to be pretty chaotic, and I've no doubt we're going to see some back and forth between Savannah Evans and Jessica Havoc as well. So maybe they could take each other out and then see what happens. The only real solid team there is Jordan Grace and Rachel Ellering. So I think their team will probably pick up the win on the night, which would be good for Lady Frost as well.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. She's on the other side. Sorry. So it'd be good for Rosemary as well.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I can see Grace Ellering and Rosemary picking up the win here. Which of course, because Tasha obviously if I'm right and Tasha wins, then she can't win tomorrow night. Because that's not how it works. That's not how it works in wrestling. So we'll just have to see. I do believe that if Tasha, Lady Frost, and Chelsea Green win, then I think the dark horse of the match is Rachel Ellering. But
yeah,
that's for me. Tasha Steelz first, then possibly Rachel Ellering for me. I don't know what anybody else would do, but that's my thoughts on that one. Okay, so we then have the knockouts match of obviously Deonna Purrazzo versus the departing to AEW, Mercedes Martinez. We didn't mention that one earlier. Maybe we should have done. Obviously, it's been announced that Mercedes Martinez is now signed with AEW. A bit of a shock. I think we were all hoping that she would have signed to the Knockouts roster. She's on the Knockouts page. She's obviously doing several matches. But either way, I think we can safely say that Deanna Peraza is going to smash this one. Although I'm sure it'd be a really good match either way. It'd be a real strong match, and then Deanna would probably nip it right at the end. To make Deanna look nice and strong leading into her Knockouts Championship match with Mickie James on Saturday.
Yeah, this could be where we see Masha Slamovich, because Deanna Peraza beat her at Knockouts Knockdown. So this could be where we see Masha Slamovich come in and then lay out the challenge to Deanna Peraza that if you beat Mickie James, I'm coming for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, so maybe.
It's sad to see Mercedes Martinez not staying with Impact Wrestling, but we're getting Masha Slamovich finally come to Impact Wrestling. We got big powerhouse wrestlers like Rachel Ellering, Jordan Grace, and Savannah Evans, and Jessica Havoc, and now we've got somebody else who can match up to all of them, and it's just great to see.
Yeah, I mean the Knockouts division is stacked. You can't deny that. So even like I say, I mean losing Mercedes, is not like the end of the world. No. But
we've got Mia Yim has hinted that she might be interested. She's just dropped hints about Impact Wrestling as well.
Yeah, I think it'd be great to see Blue back. Let's see the renewed rivalry between Red and Blue. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd love that so much.
That would be pretty cool. Okay, so we've also got the Machine Gun Carl Anderson versus Heath. Yeah, baby. Yeah,
baby.
Yeah, we've got some interesting. That's an interesting one as well. I'm thinking that Heath's going to win that one. Purely and simply because I think obviously the Good Brothers and BBD are going to win at Hard to Kill. But there you go. That's pretty much what we've got lined up for tomorrow night. Obviously, there's no BTI tomorrow. So that's what we got lined up for tomorrow night, match-wise at the moment. There's obviously going to be at least one impromptu match being set up on the night. Nice little surprise match, which would be great. But I also think, like you said, there's going to be a couple of surprises tomorrow night, even possibly a debut. So I'm pretty sure Masha's going to turn up tomorrow night. And maybe Mike Bailey turns up. I don't know, but I'm pretty certain we'll see something else happen tomorrow night as well.
This could be where Rohit gets sent off as well.
Yeah, maybe Rohit gets a send off. Who knows? But what I do know is that it's going to be a great go home show. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to set up Hard to Kill beautifully, I hope. It's the kickoff 2022 with a cracking show, I hope, leading into the pay-per-view. Now, all I know is, Joe, we've got a serious amount of wrestling to watch over the next 3 or 4 days. And I'm extremely excited to see what Impact kick off 2022 with. They look like they're stepping off on a good foot. Like you say, we've got ticket sales looking good. We've got a sellout for Hard to Kill. There's loads and loads of stuff going on. Paul, probably not, brother. Probably not. I've got a lot going on. I'm literally going to get up, watch show, and go straight back to bed. I've got a lot on Sunday, so I'm going to need a bit of sleep. So probably not, brother. No. So there's an awful lot of interesting stuff that we need to set up. We're talking about the Road to Rebellion. It kicks off at Hard to Kill. Okay, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Are you, Joe?
Oh, I've been buzzing for ages. Buzzing for ages.
I have.
Hard to Kill.
I literally bought Hard to Kill as soon as it turned up on Fight. I'm like, boosh, done, sold. So I'm looking forward to it. And you're right, Nia. I do. I need my beauty sleep. My beard has grown ridiculous over Christmas, so I need to get myself in the barbers and get that trimmed up a little bit because it's looking a bit messy. So I need to get that done. As I was saying to Joe earlier, I might have to get a bit of Just for Men out because it's starting to show a few greys there, quite bad. But who knows? I am nearly fit. Well, I'm 47, 48 this year, so I'm getting on a little bit. So there you go. Anyway, please don't forget to head over to the TNI Patreon for exclusive extra content when you sign up. And also make sure that you watch tomorrow night's TNI flagship Impact Live review directly after the show is aired on Twitch and, of course, YouTube. Also, all TNI shows are available for all of you listen on the go fans as audio only via SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and wherever you listen to your favorite TNI shows. Where can we find you on the socials, my friend? Where can we find you?
You can follow me on Twitter at Joe-ker. You can check out some of my stuff on WrestleBuddy.com. And you can also jump onto Facebook, look for hashtag empty space, hashtag the void, or hashtag daily giggle to check out some crazy memes. But I recommend that you enter with an open mind, or you may just lose your sanity.
Yes, I lose my sanity every Wednesday, Joe, when I'm in your presence.
You don't keep it anymore because I kept forgetting that. I kept forgetting keep, so I've changed it to lose. But you watch, it'll go back to keep now. You watch next week, but we'll see.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, Steve. I was just about to say, can you pop that up? Hakim's got a new article coming out. Go and check that out. Don't forget to head over to WrestleBuddy. Go check out that. I'm not sure if Steve's got anything going up tomorrow, but hopefully Joe will have something going up fairly soon. If you're looking to find out a little bit more about the Bison, you can find me over on Twitter at LordBison45. I'm getting very close to 1,500 follows. Help me out. Let's spread the word. Spread the word. Help Bison hit 1,500 follows.
Doesn't get his bone back.
Exactly. Follow him, or the masked dog gets it. Anyway, it's so it's going really well. Don't forget to also check out Simply Steve. I'm trying to remember what it is at Simply Steve 311. Is that right?
313 or 311.
Something like that. But if you was just put in a search for Simply Steve, you'll find him. He's there. So go and check out Steve as well. Can you also please take the time to help us out moving up the rankings on YouTube by giving us one of those fancy thumbs up? It doesn't take much of your time to do that. And if you've enjoyed the show, please do it. And if you're new to us and you like what you've seen or like what you've heard, please make sure that you click subscribe and don't forget to give the bell a little tickle, a squeeze, or even a smash to never miss any of the great TNI UK and US teams content each and every week. Can I just say a big thank you to the beautiful Courtney for her $5 super sticker. Much appreciated, sweetheart. Really is. Don't forget, if you want to support TNI, head over to the Spreadshirt store. We've got loads of great T-shirts on there, lots of great designs. You can play around with all sorts of stuff. You can add things on, do whatever you like on the Spreadshirt shop. Really good. And also, don't forget to head over to prowrestlingtees.com/total nonstop impact for all your T-shirts. And finally, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone joining us in the chat. We do appreciate it. You're absolutely fantastic. The TNI tribe rock. Oh, my goodness me. Violet, another $5 super sticker. Thank you very much, sweetheart. We really appreciate it.
We owe Violet a soundbite to you, Bison.
A soundbite?
Yes, we owe Violet a soundbite.
Yes, that's true. We owe Violet a soundbite, and we also owe Courtney a soundbite now. So, however, I think we did already put out Violet's favorite one, or is it Courtney's favorite one?
We did Courtney's, but we can always chuck it out again.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Steve, are you there, buddy? You were there. If you're there, give us a couple of sound bites for Courtney and Anna. I think they like the Diana Peraza one. She's the fucking greatest. Believe.
I am the fucking greatest.
Also believe they like hardcore country.
Hardcore country.
Love it. Love it. So there you go. So a couple of fantastic sound bites for you guys. Thank you very much. We appreciate everything that you do. We really do. Absolutely superb. And Zach hates that one. Not hardcore country. Yeah, we definitely put that one up just for you, buddy. Anyway, so all I got to say is Happy New Year to everybody. It's great to kick off the year with a Hard to Kill preview. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the Go Home show tomorrow night, and we'll see you next week. And we may even have a special guest. but you'll have to wait and see. So keep an eye out on our social media when we let everybody know who that special guest might well be. With all that said, I've been Bison. He has been the Joker. Steve has been in the background.
And Sammy's been down here.
And Sammy's there, the mass dog. Ted is in the house, which is fantastic to see as well. And also, I forgot to mention, I just covered that up, but Jeff Hardy has also been in the house. Jeff has been checking out the show. He's loving it. He approves of the Impact and TNA content. He's loving it. Anyway, all that said, it's been episode 63, the first one of 2022, Impacted. Take care, everyone.
We're Bison! We